Lesson 7. Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette. Louis XVI. Louis XVI was born on August 23, 1754, in Versailles, France. He was the third son of the Dauphin Louis, the heir to the French throne, and his wife, Maria Josephia of Saxony. Louis XVI ascended to the throne in 1774 at the age of just 20, following the death of his grandfather, Louis XV. Louis XVI was known for his introverted, indecisive nature. He lacked the charisma and political acumen necessary to navigate the turbulent times in which he reigned. His reign was marked by economic hardships, social unrest and political instability, which eventually led to the French Revolution. One of the major challenges Louis XVI faced was the financial crisis in France. The country was burdened with debt due to the extravagant spending by previous monarchs, including his grandfather and father. Louis XVI attempted to implement financial reforms. His weak efforts were met with resistance from the nobility and clergy, who were reluctant to give up their privileges and tax exemptions, so he easily gave in. As the revolution gained momentum, Louis XVI struggled to maintain control and respond effectively to the demands of the people. He was seen as a symbol of the monarchy and the oppressive ancient regime, which made him a target for the revolutionaries. In 1791, Louis XVI and his family attempted to flee France, but were captured and brought back to Paris. This event further eroded his credibility and support. In 1792, the monarchy was abolished, and Louis XVI was put on trial for treason against his people. He was found guilty and executed by guillotine on January 21, 1793, at the age of 38. Louis XVI's reign and subsequent execution had a profound impact on the French history. His downfall marked a break in the Bourbon monarchy, which was then briefly reinstated after the abdication of Napoleon. It was seen as the beginning of a new era of radical political change in France. His execution also had significant repercussions throughout Europe, as it sparked fear and outrage among many other monarchs and contributed to the outbreak of the French Revolutionary Wars. Louis XVI is often remembered as a well-intentioned but ineffective ruler who was unable to address the grievances of the French people and prevent the revolution. His reign and fate serve as a cautionary tale about the consequences of weak leadership and the importance of responding to the needs and aspirations of the population. Marie Antoinette. Marie Antoinette was born on November 2, 1755, in Vienna, Austria. She was the youngest daughter of Empress Maria Theresa of Austria and Holy Roman Emperor Francis I. At the age of 14, Marie Antoinette was married to Louis Auguste, the future King Louis XVI of France, as part of a political alliance between Austria and France. Marie Antoinette's arrival in France in 1770 was met with great anticipation and excitement. However, she faced challenges in adapting to the strict and formal French court. She was initially criticised for her extravagant spending and perceived frivolity, which earned her the nickname Madame Deficit. It was not until 7 years into their marriage that she gave birth to her first child, Marie-Therese, Charlotte. The years leading up to her birth led to rumours and speculation about Marie Antoinette. As queen, Marie Antoinette faced increasing public scrutiny and criticism. She was seen as a symbol of the monarchy's excesses and blamed for the country's financial troubles. Her extravagant lifestyle and alleged indifference to the suffering of the French people further fueled public resentment. During the French Revolution, Marie Antoinette and her family were imprisoned. In 1793, she was put on trial for treason and accused of conspiring against the French Republic. She was found guilty and sentenced to death. On October 16, 1793, at the age of 37, Marie Antoinette was executed by guillotine. Her death symbolised the overthrow of the ancient regime. Marie Antoinette's life and reign continue to be the subject of fascination and debate. She has been portrayed in various ways throughout history, from a frivolous and out-of-touch queen to a tragic figure caught in the midst of political turmoil. Her story serves as a reminder of the power of public perception and the consequences of being on the wrong side of history. Hatred of Marie. Why did people hate Marie Antoinette? Marie Antoinette, the Queen of France, during the French Revolution was widely disliked and hated by many people. Here are some of the main factors that contributed to the public's negative perception of her. Extravagant lifestyle. Marie Antoinette was known for her extravagant spending and lavish lifestyle. She was seen as a symbol of the monarchy's opulence and excess, which contrasted sharply with the economic hardships faced by the majority of the French population. Her lavish parties, expensive clothing, and extravagant tastes were seen as insensitive and out of touch with the struggles of the common people. Austrian heritage. Marie Antoinette was born in Austria and married the future King Louis XVI of France at a young age. Her foreign origins made her an easy target for criticism and suspicion. She is often portrayed as a foreign influence and accused of putting the interests of Austria above those of France. Influence over the king. Marie Antoinette was seen as having a significant influence over her husband, King Louis XVI. This led to accusations that she was manipulating him and making decisions that were detrimental to the country. She was often blamed for the king's perceived weakness and indecisiveness. Scandalous reputation. Marie Antoinette was the subject of various scandals and rumours that further damaged her reputation. The most notable of these is the scandal of the diamond necklace, in which she was falsely accused of being involved in a fraudulent scheme. These scandals reinforced the perception of her as a woman of questionable morals and contributed to the public's negative view of her. Insensitivity to the people suffering. Marie Antoinette was seen as being indifferent to the suffering of the French people, particularly during times of economic crisis. The famous quote attributed to her, "Let them eat cake," is often cited as evidence of her callousness and lack of empathy towards the plight of the poor, although it's been proved to be a mistranslation and taken out of context. Political influence. Marie Antoinette was accused of interfering with political affairs and exerting undue influence over the king's decisions. This further fueled resentment towards her and the monarchy, as it was seen as an infringement on the rights and freedoms of the French people. It's important to note that some of the negative perceptions of Marie Antoinette were exaggerated or based on false information. However, these factors, combined with the broader discontent and resentment towards the monarchy, contributed to the public's strong dislike and even hatred of her during the French Revolution. Marie Antoinette's parties. Marie Antoinette's parties were known for their grandeur and extravagance. These parties, often held at the Palace of Versailles, were a symbol of the opulence and excess associated with the French monarchy. They featured elaborate decorations, sumptuous feasts, and entertainment such as music, dancing, and fireworks. The parties were attended by members of the French nobility, foreign dignitaries, and other influential figures. The Queen's parties were an opportunity for her to display her wealth and status. They were also a way for her to escape the pressures and responsibilities of court life and enjoy herself in a more relaxed and carefree environment. Marie Antoinette's parties were often criticised by those who saw them as a symbol of the monarchy's decadence and detachment from the struggles of the common people. The Queen's extravagant lifestyle and spending habits became a source of public resentment and contributed to her negative reputation. During the French Revolution, the excesses of the monarchy, including Marie Antoinette's parties, became a focal point of criticism and anger. The revolutionaries saw these parties as a symbol of the monarchy's disregard for the suffering of the French people and used them as a propaganda to fuel anti-monarch sentiment. Marie Antoinette's parties came to an end with the outbreak of the revolution. The royal family were forced to leave Versailles and eventually faced imprisonment and execution. The opulence and extravagance associated with the monarchy were replaced by the more austere and egalitarian values of the revolution. Today, Marie Antoinette's parties are often remembered as a symbol of the excesses and decadence of the French monarchy on the eve of the revolution. They serve as a reminder of the stark social and economic inequalities that existed in pre-revolutionary France and the role they played in fueling the revolutionary fervour. The diamond necklace scandal. The scandal of the diamond necklace involving Marie further damaged the Queen's already tarnished reputation. The scandal revolved around a diamond necklace worth a considerable sum of money, which was intended for the Queen but ended up being at the centre of a fraudulent scheme. In the 1780s, a jeweller named Charles Boehmer and his associate Paul-Louis de Rohan concocted a plan to sell a magnificent diamond necklace to Marie Antoinette. The necklace was made up of numerous diamonds and valued at around 1.6 million livres, a staggering amount at the time. However, the Queen never actually agreed to purchase the necklace, and the plan fell apart. It turned out that de Rohan had been deceived by a woman named Jeanne de la Motte, who claimed acting on behalf of the Queen. De la Motte convinced de Rohan that the Queen desired the necklace but wanted to keep the transaction secret due to political reasons. De la Motte managed to obtain the necklace from Boehmer and sold the diamonds piece by piece to various buyers. When Boehmer realised he had been swindled, he sought payment from the Queen, who denied any involvement in the affair. The scandal became public and Marie Antoinette's reputation suffered a severe blow. The scandal of the diamond necklace further fueled the public's negative perception of Marie Antoinette as a spendthrift and a woman of questionable morals. The affair was seen as evidence of her extravagance and insensitivity to the plight of the French people, who were suffering from economic hardships. Although Marie Antoinette was ultimately cleared of any involvement in the scandal, the damage to her reputation was irreversible. The scandal added to the growing discontent and resentment towards the monarchy and contributed to the public's perception of the Queen as an out-of-touch and frivolous figure. The scandal of the diamond necklace became one of the many factors that fueled the revolutionary fervour and ultimately led to the downfall of the French monarchy. It remains a notable episode in the history of the French Revolution and the life of Marie Antoinette.